You won't believe this, but some travelers get flagged the moment they step into an airport. No warning, no explanation. 1 second you're in line, the next second you're pulled aside. Why does this happen? Today, I'm going to reveal the hidden lists that quietly decide who moves freely and who doesn't. And it's not just suspicious people. Sometimes it can happen to anyone, even if you've done nothing wrong. Most travelers think blacklists are only for criminals or terrorists. That's not true. Behind the scenes, airports and security agencies keep lists, monitor travelers, and use algorithms, watch lists, and past travel data to flag people. Being on these lists doesn't always mean you're banned, but it can trigger instant flagging, extra screenings, questioning, or even missed flights. In this video, I'll explain what can land someone on these secret lists, how airport security really works, and simple ways to avoid getting flagged. I'll also share a few tips like keeping your documents organized and using my TSA-approved travel essentials, which can make your airport experience smoother and faster. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more travel tips, insider secrets, and hacks that can save you time and stress at the airport.
Step 1. What triggers a traveler to get flagged? Getting flagged at the airport isn't always about doing something wrong. In fact, ordinary travelers can be singled out just because of patterns that stand out in security systems. Booking a one-way ticket, for example, often attracts attention. Sudden itinerary changes or last-minute bookings can also trigger extra screening. Even frequent travel to certain countries or unusual connections can raise questions. Security agencies analyze these patterns quietly, scanning data from past trips and ticketing behaviors to spot anything unusual. Sometimes the reason is as simple as your name matching someone on a watch list or appearing similar to a profile flagged for further review. Other times, it's completely random. Many airports use algorithmic checks that select travelers unpredictably, not because of anything personal. This keeps security unpredictable and ensures the system isn't entirely reliant on human judgment. Being aware of these triggers can help you stay calm if you're pulled aside. Keeping your documents in order, separating electronics and liquids in TSA-approved travel pouches, and carrying only essential items can make a noticeable difference. Even if you are flagged, being organized and prepared reduces stress and helps officers process you more efficiently. Understanding these triggers doesn't eliminate the chance of being selected, but it does give you control over how smoothly the process goes. Even if you think you've done everything right, the systems can still pick you, and the way airports actually monitor you is even more surprising.
Step 2. Behind the scenes. How airports and security work. Airport security is far more complex than it appears on the surface. Beyond the scanners, metal detectors, and uniformed officers, there's a sophisticated network of systems monitoring travelers silently. TSA and Homeland Security coordinate to ensure safety using data from passenger records, watch lists, and previous travel history. Biometric scans like facial recognition and fingerprint verification are increasingly used to confirm identities quickly. On top of that, AI-assisted monitoring evaluates patterns across multiple flights, airports, and even baggage to identify potential risks. It's important to understand the difference between visible and invisible checks. Visible checks are what we all see: taking off shoes, placing bags on X-ray machines, or passing through metal detectors. Invisible checks, however, happen behind the scenes. Algorithms assess risk based on ticketing patterns, travel behavior, and shared intelligence with other agencies. Even a seemingly normal traveler can be pulled aside if the system flags their profile. For instance, imagine a traveler who has organized their documents, packed carefully, and has a straightforward itinerary. Despite this, the system flags them due to a subtle combination of factors. Perhaps their travel pattern matches a high-risk indicator, or their name is similar to someone on a watch list. They're politely asked to step aside for additional screening. While it can feel stressful, having your documents neat and TSA-approved travel essentials ready can make the process faster and less frustrating. Understanding how these systems work helps you stay prepared. You can't control every algorithm, but knowing what happens behind the scenes allows you to navigate the process calmly and efficiently, turning a potentially stressful experience into a manageable one. Knowing how the system works is one thing, but the consequences of being flagged can be stressful. Up next, what really happens when you get pulled aside.
Step 3. Consequences of being flagged. Being flagged at the airport can be stressful, even for the most experienced travelers. The first and most obvious consequence is extra security checks. You might be asked to open every bag, take out electronics, or even have your clothing scanned. These checks are thorough, and while officers are professional, it can feel intimidating. Delays are another common result. Travelers who get flagged may miss connecting flights or spend hours in lines they never expected. This can have a domino effect, disrupting plans and causing frustration. In some cases, travelers experience short interrogations. Security officers ask detailed questions about travel history, connections, and even reasons for visiting certain countries. While these interviews are typically routine, the experience can be stressful, especially if you're traveling alone or on a tight schedule. Shocking statistics highlight how often this happens. In the past few years, there have been over 300 documented incidents where travelers bypassed parts of airport security, prompting stricter reviews and random checks. These numbers show that the system is constantly evolving, and even ordinary passengers can find themselves flagged unexpectedly. Being prepared and understanding what might happen helps reduce stress. Organizing your documents, keeping TSA-approved travel essentials handy, and knowing what to expect can make these encounters smoother. Even if you are flagged, staying calm, cooperative, and patient allows security officers to process you faster, saving you time and unnecessary worry. And it's not just about extra screening. Some of the outcomes can ruin your entire trip, but don't worry, there are ways to avoid it. Coming up.
Step 4. Tips to avoid getting flagged. Avoiding airport flags isn't about tricking the system. It's about preparation and awareness. One of the first steps is keeping your travel documents and history clean. Ensure your IDs, passports, and visas are valid, and double-check for any inconsistencies in your travel records. Small errors, like mismatched name spellings or incorrect dates, can trigger extra screening. Travel patterns matter too. Avoid booking one-way tickets unless necessary, and try to maintain consistent itineraries. Sudden changes, last-minute bookings, or unusual flight combinations often catch the attention of airport algorithms. Even if you're traveling for work or emergencies, being aware of these patterns helps you prepare and reduces the likelihood of being flagged. Your behavior at security checkpoints is just as important. Being cooperative, polite, and responsive can make a huge difference. Answer questions clearly, follow instructions, and avoid arguments. Security officers are trained to detect irregularities, but staying calm and composed allows them to process you more efficiently. Consider enrolling in trusted traveler programs like TSA PreCheck or Global Entry. These programs pre-screen travelers who have a clean record and provide faster security processing. Alongside this, packing electronics, liquids, and other essentials in TSA-approved travel pouches ensures a smooth and hassle-free screening. Following these tips doesn't guarantee you'll never be flagged, but it significantly reduces stress and makes your airport experience faster and more predictable. Preparation helps a lot, but real travelers still face surprises. Let's see some stories that show it can happen to anyone, even the most careful traveler.
Step 5. Real traveler stories and examples. Sometimes it helps to hear real stories to understand how unpredictable airport flagging can be. Take Anna, for example. She was traveling to Europe for a conference, her documents were in order, and her itinerary was straightforward. Yet the system flagged her profile for additional screening. She spent over an hour going through extra checks, answering detailed questions, and rescreening her luggage. Despite doing everything right, it happened. Another case involved Mark, a frequent business traveler. On a layover, his one-way ticket combined with last-minute flight changes triggered a random algorithmic selection. He was pulled aside, questioned politely, and his bag scanned again. The experience was stressful, but because he stayed calm and followed instructions, he got through efficiently. These stories show that it can happen to anyone, even careful travelers. The key takeaway is to stay prepared and organized. Keeping travel essentials TSA-approved, documents neat, and remaining cooperative with security can make a flagged experience much more manageable. Understanding that this is a standard procedure rather than a personal punishment helps travelers stay calm and navigate the system confidently. These stories prove it can happen to anyone, but what are the ultimate takeaways? How can you truly protect yourself next time you fly?
Step 6. Why this matters and key takeaways. Airport security can seem confusing and even unfair at times, but understanding how it works changes the way you experience travel. Awareness is power. When you know why travelers get flagged and what systems are operating behind the scenes, you can stay calm instead of panicking. Hidden lists, watch lists, and algorithms aren't designed to punish anyone. They exist to protect passengers, staff, and flights. Recognizing that these measures are safety tools, not personal attacks, helps reduce stress when you are pulled aside. Preparation is one of the most effective ways to make your airport experience smoother. Keeping your documents organized, double-checking passports and visas, and using TSA-approved travel essentials can save time and prevent misunderstandings. Being aware of common triggers like one-way tickets, last-minute bookings, or unusual travel patterns allows you to plan ahead. Even when random algorithmic checks select traveler, having your essentials ready and your documents neat makes the process faster and less stressful. Another key point is behavior. Staying calm, polite, and cooperative with security officers can make a huge difference. Your demeanor influences how quickly you are processed. Small actions like keeping electronics and liquids separated in clear TSA-approved pouches or having boarding passes easily accessible can cut down delays significantly. Understanding how the system works and taking proactive steps ensures smoother travels, helps you avoid unnecessary stress, and gives you confidence that you can handle surprises at the airport with ease. By the end of the day, the takeaway is clear. Preparation and awareness are your best allies. The more informed and ready you are, the less likely it is that being flagged will disrupt your travel plans. Awareness is powerful, but there's one last thing you need to do to fully master your airport experience. Stay tuned. If this video gave you useful insights, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more insider travel tips and secrets that airlines rarely share. Your experiences matter too. Have you ever been flagged at an airport, even when you did everything right? Share your story in the comments. Your story could help others understand what to expect and how to stay calm during security checks. Remember, being pulled aside isn't a personal attack. It's part of a layered safety system designed to keep everyone safe. Staying prepared with TSA-approved travel essentials, having your documents organized, and knowing what to expect can transform a stressful experience into a manageable one. And don't stop here, there's more to uncover. In the next video, we'll dive into hidden travel hacks, secret airline tips, and strategies to save hours at airports around the world. You won't want to miss it. These are tricks most travelers never hear about, and knowing them could change the way you fly forever. And in the next video, we'll reveal secret airline hacks and travel tricks that most people never know. You won't want to miss it.